How you guys doing today? Check in. Got another amazing workout session planned for us today. I hope you guys are excited to move. This class is called M3. It integrates movement, massage, meditation, all in one. Please make sure to modify all techniques and movements to work for you. If anything feels sketchy, scale it down. Decrease the range of motion, decrease the speed, or take a break, take a chill. But all of these movements should be safe. We follow a feel-good principle. It means that if it feels good, it's probably doing something good for your body. If it feels mildly uncomfortable, probably still in that productive pursuit. But if you feel pain is information, and you want to pay attention to that, but not allow it to freak you out, but rather to encourage modification of what you're doing. Let's get it. All right, so let's go ahead and lay on our backs, flat on the ground. Just going to get nice and comfortable first and foremost. Throw a smile on your face. Notice how that feels. You just kind of rock your body from side to side. Just let all your joints relax. And while you're breathing, see if you can imagine every joint of your body is also breathing. So see if you can take your attention into each one of your joints progressively. Like you can start in the center, so start with the spine, and then you can start with the articulating surfaces of your ribs and your sternum, and then your shoulders and your arms and your legs. Every joint in your body, just imagine and take your attention inside and see if you can feel micro movements inside the body. Feel like those joints are actually breathing, opening, expanding. Inhale, exhale, and clear your throat if you need to. From here, let's place our hands on our abdomen. We like to do some abdominal massage in this class because this is where your immune system lives primarily. So we want to make sure that this part of our body is in high function. So one way to ensure that is to baby it and to massage your abdomen on a regular basis. So I would encourage you guys, especially outside of this class, make sure that you guys are massaging your stomach both in the morning, at night, maybe not at the grocery store, but you know what I mean. Whenever you can. Just walk your fingers around. Just checking things out, seeing how things feel in there. If anything feels sketchy, if anything doesn't feel right, maybe spend a little bit more time, maybe add a little bit of movement or massage. You can bend one knee and take your hip off the ground and massage into the backside. So now you get like a 3-dimensional massage of your abdominal area. Straighten that leg down, do the other side. And just relax. So every time you breathe, see if you can relax your body as much as possible. Let the ground take the weight of your body and only allow your body to hold as much tension as necessary to do whatever movement it is that we're doing this morning. Okay, from here we're going to take a full palm on the left side of our neck. We're going to glide down through the sternum into the stomach and then switch sides. Now my left hand's on the right side of the neck. Bam. Smooth, relax, breathe deeply and expansively. So every time you breathe, remember, you want to focus your attention on the joints breathing as well. So it's not just the lungs taking in oxygen. In fact, your skin can actually draw oxygen into the body. So let's see if we can't bring our imagination into the process this morning and enhance what our body's already doing. Nice and smooth, nice and relaxed. Now you're going to take your hand into your armpit, massage into your armpit. Keep going. I'm just checking my timer here. Get the arm, squeeze into the arm, squeeze into the armpit, especially in the armpit. In the armpit, we have a lot of lymph nodes in there. We want those things to be stimulated. Okay, all the way down, switch sides, other arm. Just kind of massaging the armpits. So you're stimulating your lymph nodes, but you're also stimulating the mechanoreceptors, the little nerves inside your fascia and connective tissue. And what that does is it kind of wakes those nerves up. And then when we move, hopefully those movements will be more productive and more inclusive of all the different tissues that want to take part in the process. Let's go ahead and massage into the hip. Take it down into the leg, the knee. Let's get some nice friction going there. Feather flying around here. Ankle, foot, massage into your foot. Massage into your toes. Remember that your feet and your hands are like a microcosm of your whole body. So you can actually massage your whole body just by massaging your feet and your hands. So do that on a regular basis too. Switch. Just getting a nice little stimulation going there. Down into the foot. In between the toes. Spread those toes. Just poor little feet. Probably been sitting in foot coffins your whole life. They'll wake those things up. All right. Let's go ahead and come to a standing position. I don't care how you get there, just stand up. One of the first things we're going to do today is work on our feet and our ankles. So that way we can have more productive, safe movement for our knees and hips. So we're going to start with some toe raises. So you're going to stand with your feet shoulder width apart. You're going to lift your toes up off the ground, spread them wide, and then lower them down onto the ground. So you're feeling a wide base of support, and continue to do this movement as I talk to you. So you're lifting your toes wide, really separating those toes, and then slowly and gently and easily lowering those feet down. And then just notice the sensation there. You can add a little bounce on the balls of feet. Just allow your intrinsic foot muscles to become active, separate, spread, and lower down. See if you can't take your big toe off the ground now all by itself without the other toes. So, welcome to your body. From here, you can also try taking the other toes off the ground without the big toe. This one's really difficult. Just nice and relaxed, but also just bringing some activity into those feet. Good. So from here, we're just going to rock our body weight from side to side, turning our weight or leaning our weight into the inside and the outside of the foot. You can do it one ankle at a time, or you could do both at the same time. You can add some circles in there if you like. And then, like I say, one at a time is okay as well. So you're just feeling nice, gentle mobilizations in the feet. It's like a dance move, right? Nice and relaxed. All right, from here, take your foot behind you. We're going to stretch the top side of the foot. So you're just going to rotate your femur bone in and out, and you're just rotating through that femur bone, through the leg bone, but then you're massaging the top side of your foot into the ground. You want to kind of lower yourself down from time to time and press into the top side of the foot just to feel what that feels like. That's very, very good. Switch sides. Same thing. So you're rotating through the femur, not so much the hips, moving the supporting leg hip, but rather just the one that's straight up. And again, you can practice kind of coming down, pressing up into that foot, nice and relaxed. Okay? So from here, we're going to do some standing active dorsiflexion. So I want you to get yourself close to a wall. If you have a book or a pillow, I want you to put your toes up on top of it. So I'm just going to use this pillow here, and I'm going to go right close to the wall. And it's not much of an elevation, but all I'm going to do is I'm just going to lean forward and then come right back out of it. So I'm just leaning forward and coming right back out of it. Lean forward, come back out. Move forward, come back out, If you want to hang out here a little bit longer in this stretch, that's totally fine. You can kind of pulse through it. Come out. Come out. Nice and easy. Nice and relaxed. Very good. Okay, so from here, we're going to turn around and we're going to dorsiflex our foot. So a lot of times, we focus a lot on stretching the posterior lower leg, but I want to also activate the front side of my lower leg. So I'm just going to lean my back into the wall. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to pick my toes up off the ground and then hold it for about 2 seconds and then lower my feet down. So lift up, hold, 1, 2, lower down. Bring it up. If you wanted a harder challenge, take your feet a little bit further out. Get those feet a little bit higher and then lower down. We're activating those muscles on the front side of the lower leg. Getting those muscles ready for more productive movement. Lift it up, slowly lower down. Lift it up, slowly lower down. Okay? Lift up. Let's hold for about 10 seconds on this last one here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's turn it around now. Let's go ahead and do some calf raises. The same exact thing. So if you have something available to step on, that's cool. If you don't, that's fine as well. All we're going to do is we're just going to press up onto the balls of the feet, pressing up as high as we possibly can, and then we're going to lower down with control, nice and slow. So even if you're just on the ground, that's totally fine. So you're just pressing up onto the balls of the foot, and then with control, lowering yourself down. You're contracting the glutes, contracting the quads, contracting your core, drawing up on the bottom of your pelvic bowl. Nice and slow and controlled. So when we get to that top position, you're just holding for a couple seconds or as long as you want, because remember, time under tension has relevance in our practice of movement as well. Lower down with control. Couple more. Just getting these ankles and your toes ready for more movement. Lower down. Okay, so from here, we're holding this last one for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, guys. From here, let's go ahead and lower ourselves down into a deep squat. We're going to hold this for 30 seconds. So being able to get into a deep squat is really, really important for the overall function of our ankles, knees, and hips. So we really want to make sure that every single day, that's right, every single day, we're getting into a nice deep squat position and we're holding this position and just hanging out here. If this is really difficult for you, I want you to go ahead and feel free to put something underneath your ankles. If that's still difficult for you, you can find a pillow or something to put in between your thigh and your lower posterior leg bone. Posterior leg bone? You guys know what I'm talking about. It's early. What can I say? You can kind of pulse in this position a little bit. If you want to add a little bit of movement here, that's cool as well. So you can lower one knee to the ground. You can kind of, lift those arches off of the ground, just feeling the sensation there. You can practice external rotation through the femur bone, just kind of feeling the glute muscles contracting, pulsating through this movement. You can even allow yourself to stand up a little bit too. It's getting yourself ready. And you might notice already that your knees are cracking a lot less. That's because we were working those ankles. So every day, try to spend a little time exercising those ankles. Nice and easy. Okay, so this next one's really cool. This is a patterning exercise to help you move more productively. So you're going to stand with feet shoulder width apart. You're going to put your emphasis in one foot and make sure that the arch of the foot is off of the ground. from here, I'm going to pick up my other leg and I'm going to step my heel forward while maintaining the lift of my arch on that stabilizing foot. I'm going to bring this leg back, switch sides. So again, I establish the arch in my foot, in my stable foot, or in my supporting leg. I'm going to lift the other leg up, bring the heel forward, and then come right back out, switch sides. So again, establish your arch in your supporting leg, take the other leg, bring it forward, contracting those quads real nice, contracting the front side of the lower front leg, and then bring it right back. Switch sides. Here, back, here, back, here, back. And you can always add variations when we're doing these. So you can add some rotations through the femur bone. That's okay. But the key is to maintain that arch in the supporting leg. So get that arch established first, and then bring that leg forward. We're doing these exercises because if you were to be squatting or doing any movement where you're carrying a heavy load, you want to make sure that your body is positioned properly so that you can lift that load using the least amount of energy and effort necessary. Here and here. Okay, guys, so from here, we're going to bring our palms to the ground. We're going to get ourselves into an inverted crawl position. So the hands are going to come behind you. And all we're going to do is, with our butt up off the ground, let's get ourselves into a good position by bringing the shoulders down away from the ears. And all you're going to do is you're going to drop your knee towards the inside and then drop it towards the outside. Switch sides. Drop it towards the inside, drop it towards the outside, switch sides. And again, you can play around with every single movement that we do today, guys. You know, I'm giving you these ideas or these suggestions on how to move. But what really makes it lovely is when you go ahead and take that suggestion and then add whatever else your body feels like it needs or it wants. Perhaps you want to take the body from side to side. We have this idea that there's ways that we shouldn't move or ways that we move that are going to hurt us. But in actuality, the more you move and the more variety of movement that you practice, the more likely it is your body's going to give you more ability to move. So if we don't move, we're going to be locking our tissues in place. And that's definitely not something that I want. All right, if you want a harder version of this, go into a deep squat. And then what you can do is you can do the same internal and external rotation, but you keep yourself in this deep squat position. So again, you're just mobilizing the femur bone, you're mobilizing the ankle. Very, very productive. If something feels sketchy, perhaps moving in and out of it and just back out a little bit so that you're not hurting yourself. This is really, really good for ankle and knee health. Use your arms if you like to support your body. Just get those ankles open, activated, ready for more movement. Okay. Let's get into our next movement for today. So we're going to start with some rocking, or not start, but we're going to do some rocking. So let's go ahead and sit on our caboose, on your butt. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with a long spine pressing through the crown of the head. Then we're going to round through the lower back, drawing your sternum close to your pubic bone, allowing your chin to drop towards your chest. You're going to roll back gently, and then come right back up and reach in between your legs. Let's do that again. Rock and reach. Feel the ground, massage your back. We're getting a free massage today, guys. And the therapist's name is the ground. Actually, we have multiple therapists working with us today. We have another therapist, and her name is the diaphragm. So every time you breathe, you're massaging your internal organs. And you're stimulating your immune system. What a concept. This is a great way to decrease the chance of lung-related issues and a good way to relax your body as a whole. Okay, so from here, let's lay on our back and we're going to do some supine arm reaches. Let's lay on our back. So from your back side, just imagine that there's something above you that you want to reach for. So you can take both arms above your head if you like, reach towards the ceiling and then across the body. From here, we'll roll all the way onto our abdomen and then rock your hips from side to side, relax unnecessary tension, and then we're going to reach the arm behind, return to your back. Reach, 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 and relax. Switch sides, reach towards the ceiling. You can play around with the scapulothoracic movement or the movement of the shoulder blade on the rib cage. And that's really important with this particular movement because we want our shoulders to be stable and strong. So reach, 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 roll, take it out. Bring the arm behind, reach, 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 reach. And relax. So every time you can, or any time that you think of it, try to relax yourself as much as possible. Let go of unnecessary tension. Let go of the holding patterns that you might find yourself holding and that you weren't even aware of through your daily life. That's what we want to use our movement practice for, among other things. So reach, 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 and roll. Take it out. Reach behind. Reach, 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 reach. And relax. One more time, other side. Reach, 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 reach. And across onto the stomach. Rock those hips from side to side. And then reach, reach, reach behind to come right back to your backside. Nice and easy, nice and relaxed. Okay, so from here, rock yourself up, please, to a seated position and into a deep squat. From here, we're going to go from deep squat and lower our knees to the side to come into side bend sit. Watch this. So simple. So from our deep squat, we're lowering our knees to one side and then the other. This is a side bend sit position here. So just play around with micro movements when you find yourself in this position. Post the arms behind, come back to your deep squat, and then lower your knees to the other side. Add some gentle undulations and waves of motion through the spine, through the shoulder. Relax, breathe, and then come back to center, into your deep squat, lower yourself down to the other side. Nice and easy. You can play around with bringing the feet out just a little bit. So the two movements are deep squat and side bend sit. Whatever you want to add to that, that's your business. Nice and strong. Perhaps you want to try to do it without using your arms. I don't really want to do that too much. But there's always options. You can make it as difficult as you want. Nice and easy, nice and controlled. Moving your neck around. If you want to massage your eyeballs, open your eyes wide and look all over the place and notice how good that feels. Call it crazy eyes. All right. I'm having a good time. I hope you are too. All right, so from here, we're going to go back into our rocking. So sit on your caboose. The only difference with this one is when we rock back, one knee's going to be bent and one leg is going to be straight. So when I come up, I'm going to press myself into a split lunge, or a split stance, if you will. So I'm lowering back, one leg goes bent, one leg goes straight, and I come up and bring myself forward. Lower down. Switch sides. And again, if you can do this without using your hands, fantastic. If you need to use your hands for support, that's cool too. These are just movements that are going to help with, things that we might want to be able to do as we get older. Rock on the ground, be able to get up, be able to move around with fluidity. That's important. At least it is to me. I want to be a ninja as long as I possibly can in this life. Or with this shell, or whatever you want to call this physical body thing we got going on here. Bring it up. Bring it down. Bring it up. You want to add a stand, feel free. Lower yourself down. Bring it up. That's up. Lower down. You start to feel your heart rate increase. Your breathing is likely changing by now. Nice and strong. Starting to get that blood moving. Good circulation equals, what's that? Good health, that's right. Good circulation, good health. Okay, so now we're going to go back on our backside and we're going to do some reaching with our foot. So we're on our backside. Your arms could be above your head. I'm going to reach one leg across the ceiling, towards the ceiling, and then across my body. And I'm going to use the weight of my leg to pull me onto my stomach. Once I'm here, shake it out, relax. You can extend through the spine, post yourself up on your shoulders, your forearms. Good morning. And then from here, squeeze your glutes, bend one leg, reach it behind, return to your backside, shake it out, switch sides. So again, foot comes towards the ceiling, across the body, the weight of the leg holds me onto my stomach, and then I shake it out, rock it out. Okay? Squeeze the glutes, bend the knee, reach behind, come onto your backside. Switch sides, reach, and roll, rock it out. Squeeze the glutes, bend the knee, reach behind, back onto your backside. One more time the other side. Reach the foot towards the ceiling, reach across the body, and onto your stomach. Shake it, rock it from side to side. Good. From here, squeeze the glutes, bend the knee, reach that leg behind, all the way here. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and come up to a seated position into our side bend sit. We're going to just integrate some side bend sit, hip swivel. So we're just going to bring our knees from side to side. So you can either choose to post the arms behind, or you can choose to take the arms out of it. Choice is yours. So if I take my arms out of it, I'm going to get a good abdominal activation, core activation, so to speak. I can also add a hip hinge, adding to the strengthening aspect of this particular movement. I can also add a reach with this movement pattern. So many options. But the main thing is side bend sit, hip swivels. You can add whatever else you want to it. So if I add a hip hinge, maybe you can press up, lower down, choice is yours. Breathe deeply and expansively as you go. Really allow yourself to enjoy your movement today. Slow it down if you want and mind for those micro movements. You're just really feeling the whole body from the inside out. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. But not too easy. We can make this exercise as difficult or as easy as we like, but all of these movements are going to help to open up and to provide more mobility in each one of the joints. Okay, so from here, our last form of rocking is going to be break falls. So you have a choice. You can either do the break falls from your butt, so you just roll back. You can do it from a deep knee bend position, or you can do it from standing. So you just rock back, smack the hands on the ground, come right back up. Perhaps you go the other way. You can slap both hands, or you can choose to go more on the side and smack one hand. Slap lightly. It's not about how loud you can slap. It's just about distributing the impact through your hand. So nice and relaxed every time you stand up. Relax unnecessary tension. Fall. And do it with control, but also stay nice and loose. Loose the whole time. Perhaps walk around just a little bit. Shake out the hands, shake out the feet. When you're ready, nice and soft through the whole body. That should feel pretty good, right? If you're doing it from a lower position, feel free to do that and enjoy that as much as you can. You know, get into your nice deep squat, rock back, and come right back up. Rock back, and right back up. Rock back, and right back up. Back. Don't smack your dome on anything in your environment. That's your business. I can't watch you. Whew. Hopefully this is feeling good for you. It's feeling good for me. Okay. So from here, we're going to go back on our backside and bring your knees to your elbows into a fetal position. This is the end position. We're going to extend through the arms and legs, roll onto our back sides, and then roll onto the other side into another fetal position. So again, reaching through the arms and legs, and then crunching into the center. This is really, really good for the internal, external oblique, the rectus abdominis, quadratus lumborum. All the core musculature is getting some activation with this one. Diaphragm, psoas, your hip flexors, everything's getting a little bit of something here. This is a really, really good one. Now, if you want to add to this one, roll all the way over. You got the room in your house, feel free to do so. So you can roll, make sure that you breathe while you roll. This is like when we were kids and we used to roll down the hill. Remember that? Probably wouldn't want to do that now. But I didn't say you shouldn't do it. Might be just what the doctor ordered. Roll, crunch, roll, crunch. Go as fast or as slow as you like. All right. Woo! Okay, let's come to standing. We're going to get into some good mornings or some deadlifts, whatever you want to call it. Let's stand up, please. So from here, feet shoulder width apart. You're going to press through the crown of the head. Let me get a little back here. Press through the crown of the head, and all you're going to do is you're going to keep a neutral spine and hinge forward at the waist. Only go down as far as you can comfortably without compromising that neutral spine. So you should feel a nice gentle activation through the posterior body, through the posterior hips, and nice and strong. Press yourself back into that upright position. Maintain good neutral spine the whole time. Draw your belly button towards your spine. Keep those abdominal muscles braced. But while you brace your abdominals, see if you can't breathe through the lower ribs, fronts, sides, and back. So the abdominal muscles are contracting, but the ribs are still moving so that your diaphragm can be active. Nice and slow. Shake it out when you get to the top from time to time, and then re-engage your muscles, perhaps even adding some external rotation, kind of screwing your feet into the ground, and then hinging forward. Okay, you can place your hands along your thighs, massaging down the front sides of your thighs, not really putting weight into your hands, but really just taking advantage of an opportunity to add some massage. Nice and relaxed. Okay, let's shake it out. All right, so this next one is a hip hinge, but we're going to activate the shoulders. So we're going to get into our hip hinge position, and then we're going to take our thumbs pointed towards the ceiling. And what I want you to do is you're going to move your shoulders in a circular movement, but the emphasis is on what's happening in the shoulder blades. I want your shoulder blades to move. So as we're moving through this position, you really want to make sure that you're feeling the movement of the scapula along the rib cage. It's going in one direction, and then we can go in the opposite direction. Same thing. Maintain that good strong position. You're separating your sit bones. You're keeping a nice long spine. And you're really emphasizing the movement of the scapula along the rib cage. So as you move your shoulders, try not to lose your position. You don't want to start arching through the mid-back. You want to maintain that neutral spine and then mobilize through the shoulders. From here, let's go ahead and lower our arms down to the ground and then just add some gentle undulations and movement through the whole spine. So this is where you get to start to feel the connection between the shoulder and what's happening in the spine. You can press into the ground if you like, almost as if you were going to be doing a handstand from this position, pressing into the ground and feeling again that beautiful relationship between the shoulders and the spine. All right, so from here, we're going to come down onto our hands and knees. We're going to do a child's pose cobra combo. So first things first, let's lower our hips towards the ground and get into a nice full cobra pose. There's opening up the front side of the body, extending through the spine, pressing through the palms, but also making sure that you distribute the press through the whole hand. So nice and relaxed, opening up the entire front side of the body. And then let's transition into a child's pose. So what we'll do is we're going to curl our toes underneath. We're going to draw our belly button towards our spine. And we're going to bring our weight back over our heels. The choice here is that you either keep your knees on the ground or you can keep them up off the ground. Or we're going to add some gentle mobilizations or movements through the shoulder. From here, send a wave through the mid-back. Bring your body weight forward. Lower the hips towards the ground, cobra pose. Nice and strong. Okay? So remember, from here, we're drawing our belly button towards our spine, pushing back through the hips, and then getting into a nice position here before we send the body weight forward back into cobra. Nice and easy. And draw the belly button to the spine, go back, go forward. You want to add a little bit to this and come all the way down. You can feel free to do that. You can go as slow or as quick as you like. Just make sure it works for you. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and come back to standing, please. From here, we're going to do our good mornings from a split stance. So we have one foot in front of the other, feet are shoulder width apart, and our hips are facing forward. And all we're going to do is we're going to hinge forward at the waist to get that nice hip hinge. And we're accentuating the stretch on that back side of the front leg. And then come right back up to your standing position. Let's do roughly 8 to 12 on each side. Or as soon as the quality of your movement starts to decrease, that's when you can change it as well. Nice and strong. I like to imagine I'm picking something up from the ground and then coming back up. Perhaps I switch the hand that's reaching and back up. Nice and easy. Perhaps I even want to take a hand towards the ceiling. Come back up. Reach. Reach. Come back up. Let's switch sides, guys. Nice and strong. Nice and focused. Your mind is getting distracted this morning. Be gentle with yourself and see that as a cue or a reminder to take your attention back in the body. Nice and strong. Reach, reach. Come back up. Reach, reach. Add whatever modifications you need to make it work for you. Nice and strong, nice and easy. Okay, guys, so from here, let's lower ourselves down into a deep squat, please. From here, we're going to do some deep squat hops. So what you're going to do is you're going to place your hands in front of your body. You're going to bring your body weight forward with control, and you're going to draw your abdominal muscles tight as you hop your feet forward. From here, you can take it over to the side. So again, you place your hands, bring your body weight over with a gentle hop, okay? Nice and controlled, nice and easy. I like to see if I can make sure that I'm almost extending through my spine, so I'm always ready, I'm always looking around, I'm always thinking about what else might happen, what could happen. It's all about being ready. So just reach your hands, hop forward, you can hop back. Nice, strong squat position. You can play around in this position a little bit. Just feeling the strength and the power of the legs, the hips. When you're ready, you want to kind of get a little bit higher as you bring the legs up. It's on you. Make it work for you. Nice and strong every time. See how controlled you can be in your deep squat position. Breathe and relax. Okay, guys. So from here, we're going to go ahead and come back to our standing position. And this time, we're going to do a split stance squat, so a lunge. Get yourself into a really nice deep lunge position. We can start, if you like, with your knee on the ground. Your pelvis will be tucked posteriorly, abdominal muscles drawn tight. You're pressing into those back toes and also into the front heel. And what I want you to do is you're going to come to this upright position, but as you lower down, feel free to let this knee pass the toes. Okay, and the reason why we're doing this is because we want to make sure we increase the dorsiflexion of our front ankle. Okay, so lower down. Make sure that you maintain nice contraction of the posterior hip on that back leg. Your abdominal muscles are contracting strong. And you're really pressing into the toes of that back leg. Nice and strong. Feeling a nice good contraction all the way through the body. So you're feeling contraction, strong, but also loose and mobile at the same time. Let's switch sides. Same thing. Get yourself into position first. And once you're in position, go ahead and press that back leg off the ground. Come to your upright position. Lower down. Up. And down. Inhale, exhale. Nice and relaxed. One more of these. Keep going. Nice and strong. And then let's hold the last one. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! That was painful. Okay, let's go ahead and lay back on our backside, please. We're going to do one hollow hold tuck for our abdominals. So let's go ahead and from here, feet are going to be flat on the ground. You're going to take your arms above the head. From here, I'm going to flatten my low back onto the ground. And then I'm going to bring both legs up off the ground and lower them as far as I can comfortably. We're just going to hold this for roughly 30 seconds. You're pressing your low back actively into the ground. Breathe deeply and expansively as you go. Hold this position as long as you possibly can. And when you think you still can't do it any longer, hold it longer. Come on, guys. We can do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and put your feet flat on the ground. Rock your knees from side to side. Take a few moments to breathe. A few moments to relax. Nice and easy. Nice and relaxed. Okay. So from here, let's go ahead and rock ourselves to an upright seated position. You're going to cross one leg, bring the other leg over the top side, and we're just going to gently stretch through the legs, pressing through the crown of the head, just exploring some sensations of stretch in this position right here. You want to make sure that your sit bones are evenly on the ground. You want to make sure you're pressing through the crown of the head, that your shoulders are spread wide, kind of like you're sitting up against a wall. You can add some gentle movements here through the rib cage, nice and relaxed. And then now, let's add a little lateral flexion to the mix. So it doesn't matter which side you reach to, but put one palm on the ground and reach the other hand up towards the ceiling. And what I want you to do is I want you to take your ear and lift it towards the ceiling as you stretch over to the side. You can open up the chest, change the position of our arms, make sure that you're breathing through the whole thing, especially when you get yourself into those positions where you feel kind of like, ugh, or you don't feel like very comfortable. That's a good time to practice breathing. Feel that nice, gentle stretch. Take it as far as you like. Breathe, relax, switch sides. So again, same position with the legs. Just take your hand over, and then you're lifting your ear towards the ceiling, and that accentuates the stretch through the lateral cervicals. Nice and long, open, breathe, feeling open, strong, and powerful. Think about it. How would you want your body to look if you were trying to make yourself as big and as broad and as open as possible? Open up the body. Let the body expand energetically as well as physically. Use your imagination and make it work for you. Imagine every part of your body healthy, strong, and adaptable. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So again, you can kind of bounce your knees out, relax, 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 and then switch sides. So again, once you're in your position, play around with drawing your body close here. And this helps to contract the hip flexors, which are often overlooked when it comes to strength training. And then when you're ready, when you feel nice and tall and nice and buoyant, let's go ahead and place one hand on the ground. Get that stretch going. Remember, lift with the ear towards the ceiling. Nice and strong. Your breath is deep and expansive. You can open up through the chest. Reach through the fingers. Just see how many different variations you can feel. You'll notice that when you twist and you move, you get other benefits. So you don't always have to be like in this strict position the whole time or this strict pattern of movement the whole time. You can add variations and teach your body how to be more adaptable to life. We don't live life in alignment. Easy there, no. Reach with the other hand now. Reach, reach, reach. Open up that chest. Nice and strong. Nice and long. Get it, guys. Get it. We're almost done. Nice and strong. Open through the chest. All right, let's do a long sit stretch. So our feet are going to be out in front. Bounce the knees on the ground. Massage the backs of the legs into the ground. So notice how that feels. Open through the chest. Okay, let's draw the toes towards the nose. You're going to press through the crown of the head and hinge forward at the waist. So for me, this is, I need a lot of work. But if you can go all the way down, that's awesome. Good for you. I'm a little jealous. So you can floss the nerves, if you like, by adding some dorsiflexion, plantar flexion with the ankle. So again, you know, add whatever you want to make this more productive for you. You can contract the quadricep muscles here, and that helps to create more stability in the knees. Nice and strong, nice and long. Okay, and then from here, let's go ahead and bend one foot in, one leg straight, stay straight. And then we'll do the same thing. So now we're emphasizing the stretch on one leg. If you want, you can add some rotation through the femur, which will help to accentuate the stretch of the hamstring muscles individually. So you have medial hamstrings and lateral hamstrings. And by adding this medial and lateral rotation, you can get those different fibers. You can even put your body, so if my foot's going out that way, my upper body goes this way, and vice versa. You just notice the different stretches you can get there. Switch sides, same exact thing. Long through the spine, hinge forward at the waist, maybe add some massage. Don't just sit there, do something productive. Okay, massage, massage, massage. Again, you can add that nerve flossing aspect. And this also is a good way to pump your lymph system. So dorsiflexion goes to the nose, plantar flexion, pointing those toes. This is going to really add some nice movement of fluids to the body. Nice and easy. You can add some real rotations. And again, if you want to add the medial and lateral rotation, you can feel free to do that as well. Okay, guys, let's get onto our knees, and we're going to do a couch stretch. So, find yourself in a split stance or a lunge position. And what you're going to do first and foremost is get this part of your body situated first. So you're going to contract the abdominal muscles. You're going to tuck your butt underneath, and you're going to gently bring your foot up if it's comfortable and maintain that neutral spine while you stretch to the front side of this hip. Okay, so make sure the toes on the supporting leg are spread wide, because this is also a fantastic way to practice balance as well. We're getting a beautiful stretch through the front side of the hip flexors and also through the quads. If you can take your leg up or your foot closer to your butt, feel free, but maintain that neutral spine. So your abdominal muscles are nice and contracted, and you're getting a beautiful stretch through that front side of the hip. You can arch back just a little bit if you like, if you want to add a little variable to your stretch. Whatever you like, you can add some rotation. You can switch hands, perhaps reach towards the sky. Switch hands, reach towards the sky. Whatever you like. Nice and easy. Okay, so from here, let's slowly come out. Nice and easy. Slowly back yourself out of it. Perhaps add some simple circular movements with the hips. Really mining for sensations here. I often like to hold my hip so that I'm providing additional support for my leg. Okay, so contract that glute one more time, nice and strong, and then let's switch legs. Same thing. So get yourself into a nice position first. Strong through the core of the body first and foremost. That's step number one. Once you're contracted through the abdominals, and you got that nice posterior pelvic tilt, then you can start to bring this foot up. But remember, maintain that good position of the spine. Lift that arm up towards the ceiling if you like. Nice and strong, nice and long. So even though my abdominals are contracted, I want the ribs, the lowest part of my ribs, to expand on the front, sides, and back every single time I breathe. Again, I can switch hands, get a nice opening and opening stretch. This stretch right here is so important because this is taking our hip and our knee into a position that it's not normally in. Well, the knee's often in this position, but the hip definitely isn't. So every single day, try to spend a little bit of time opening up the front side of that hip while activating your abdominal musculature. Nice and strong. Make sure that you're squeezing on the posterior hip of that back leg. Make sure you're squeezing that tight. With those core muscles tight, strong. Spread the toes of that front leg nice and wide. Feel the support of that leg. Everything's active. This is not a passive stretch whatsoever. Let's slowly come out of this, nice and easy. Back yourself up. Gentle hip circles. I'm not sure why my voice cracked right there, but that's where we're at. Hello. Okay, guys, lower yourselves down onto the ground, please. Let's go ahead and do some breathing and massage and other fun stuff. So let's get nice and comfy. This is where we get to wind down, guys. This is where you start to let it all go. This is where you get to celebrate the fact that you completed your workout. You should feel good. That's a good way to determine whether your workout was successful, is how you feel afterwards. Let's go ahead and place our hands on our abdomen. And we're just going to rock our knees from side to side. So my feet are on the ground, my knees are going from side to side, and my hands are a cue. And everything that they touch is a reminder for that area to relax and to be totally strong and vibrant. So I'm using my imagination to imagine all my internal organs in perfect health. I can start in the lungs, imagining my lungs are like big sponges, totally powerful and able to draw in energy and capture that energy and distribute it throughout my whole body. How does it do that? The heart muscle, of course. So imagine your heart muscle and all the valves leading to and from are clean and clear, and then the 80,000 miles of pathways for blood are open and strong. Everything is vibrant and totally beautiful as you imagine your body from the inside out. Slowly, gently, easily, let's just add some gentle massage into one hip. So you're just massaging into your hip, adding some gentle movement as you go. Just imagining your hip really powerful and strong. If you have a history of hip injuries or hip pain, just imagine your body's healing right now, because that's exactly what's happening. And if you get your mind involved, you can boost that ability and increase the body's ability to do what it does best. Let's take our massage into our knees. Just massage the knees, flex, extend, take it into the foot, the ankle, the toes. Going right back where we were in the beginning. You should feel a lot more like a baby now. You know how like when, I don't know if you have babies or know somebody with babies, you know, they always got their feet in their mouth and they're rolling around. You should be feeling much more like that than as opposed to the beginning when we were like trying to really reach for those things. So again, that's a good indication you're doing something productive with your movement. If your movement feels more free, let's switch sides. So again, massage into the hip, massage into the low back, let go of tension. This is where you let it all go, fam. Let yourself be totally comfortable. Massage into the leg, especially on the inner thigh. This is the area where we really get kind of stagnant, right? So massage into there, massage into the knee. Feel that knee strong, lift it up into the air. Take your hands down into the ankle and the foot. You know, if you can put your toes in your mouth, go ahead. I'm just kidding, don't do that. I'm just imagining the whole baby thing. Nice and relaxed, nice and strong. Good. So from here, let's go ahead and just lay down. Take your arms above your head, massage into your armpit, massage into your arm, into your fingers, interlace the fingers, circle around, switch sides, just massage into the arm. Really beautiful. From here, just take the hands down by the side. And we're doing 3 diaphragmatic breaths, guys. 3 diaphragmatic breaths. Just totally submerge your brain and your consciousness into the moment. Breathe in expansively. As you exhale, you're going to exhale slowly like you're blowing through a straw. You can add some gentle undulations of movements to the hip and spine. Surrendering unnecessary tension, letting your body feel vibrant, open, and strong the whole time. Remember, take your attention into the joints and imagine each one of your joints can breathe and move. Each part of your body, imagine it vibrant, healthy, and strong. Smile as you look at each part of your body from the inside out. Feel your spine. Feel your ribs. Feel your facial muscles, your facial bones. Imagine everything is relaxing and unwinding. One more deep breath from you guys, breathing in slow, exhaling even slower. Okay, guys, if you want to hang out here longer, that's your business. I'm getting up. I got stuff to do. I hope you guys had an awesome time today. I know I did. This was a really, really fun session. Remember, come back every Thursday, and I'm going to have a brand new workout plan for us. So every single week, it's going to be something new. So I hope you guys will feel free to join me next Thursday. Stay positive, stay healthy. Hey, guys, signing out.